Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is a general love reading for Libras. So Sun, Moon or Rising for the month of November 2018. So let's take a look, see what's going on for you. Oh, well, it's all about relationship for you because this is the first card pulled. So this is all types of relationships, not just love, but that's what your focus is or where you're at. So relationship is very important to you throughout the month of November, all types of relationships. But let's have a look, see what's at the heart of the matter. So possibly could be meeting somebody. This bird keeps coming up. I can't remember. I think it was Aquarius had it in at the heart of the matter. I can't remember which other one did had it at the heart of the matter. So there seems to be a lot of nervousness and being scared about either entering into a relationship or being nervous about the one you're in. So like fear is getting the better of people, because I've only got one more reading to do and it's appeared quite a lot for these November readings. So, and they seem to be unfounded fears as well. So imagining things worse than what they are, and this for you is including all relationships, not just one. So maybe there's some insecurities around what relationship means to you, Libra, and you know, this is the heart of the matter. So yeah, you're feeling nervous, jittery, fear is playing its part where your relationships are concerned throughout the month of November. But let's see what's in and around the environment as to how you can navigate the energies, what it is you need to look at. Well, you know, this, you either, this can be, is a lot of purple, so very spiritual. When I see purple, it means very spiritual, the sort of higher realms. And mountains are very much about that, you know, something that's rock solid. So they're saying a relationship is rock solid. Now, that can be if you're single, you have been developing a rock solid relationship with yourself. So, and that's the most important relationship that you will ever have, is the relationship that you have with yourself. But it also can mean, in this deck in particular, something to do with foreign affairs. So it could be that, you know, it could be that you've met somebody that's foreign, or somebody that lives overseas, or somebody that lives literally in the mountains, you know, or by water. So, but yeah, it can play out in different ways because it's reading for lots of different people. But yeah, something that's rock solid, and either the relationship with yourself or a relationship if you've just met somebody, and it's saying that it's very, very positive, very, very positive, these three cards together. You know, the outcome, a strong, stable relationship, and you know, there's optimistic outcomes for this relationship, and you know, possibly something to do with, like I just said, foreign affairs or overseas, or somebody who lives in the mountains. But yeah, very, very positive, and this brings clarity and confidence to the situation. But what's at the heart of the matter is there's still worries and concerns about this, even though the cards are very positive in the environment. But this is a trip of some kind. So it's feeling like, you know, this person or you are abroad or live overseas or live in the mountains, and this is all about a trip. So maybe you'd have to go on a trip which is to see this person. So it could be you've met somebody on the internet, dating sites, if you're single, and then they're asking you to come and meet them or something. Well, of course, that's going to be, you know, you're going to be nervous, you're going to be worrying. For one, is this person real? Because you know, can hear right nightmare stories, because this is very much fear-based. Or a trip that you're having to go on is bringing up anxieties and worry for you, and maybe affecting your relationship if you're already in a relationship. Yeah, because this is something that's both green again, so very much these two cards going together. But this is like something that's not flourishing, something that's stagnant. Well, it's the worry that's putting something. What can I say? It's putting the dampers on something, because you've got the Sun card there, and you wouldn't have the Sun card there if this was fears that you should be worried about. So it's putting, the fears are putting stagnation in your way, and the worry, unnecessary worry, is causing the problem. But it looks like this trip is going to bring, you know, cause a problem. Yeah, anxieties, tension. Looks like this trip, I don't know whether it's a work trip, because we're talking about relationships. It hasn't got the heart there, but yeah, it seems like there would be some arguments if you went on the trip, or if your partner went on the trip. Seems to be, and it's around finances. It's to do with money, so the argument would be maybe to do with this trip and what it would mean to the relationship, but there's worry and concern, so be careful about fighting about finances or money. Is there enough? Something to do with this trip, is there enough? Because you're worrying about it. So that could be a trip, like I said, of some distance. But news is on its way. There's some news on its way. Might not always be good news. Well, on this way there is news on its way, but this way there's news delayed. But I think the block is because of this, and this means your worries are going to end. So anything around finances that's causing conflict and problem in your relationships, or you going to see somebody that would cost money, that will cause, you know, a quarrel of some kind. There is news coming or help coming, because this is very much about movement. And even if it's a short trip, it doesn't have to be like a long trip, maybe. But this is news, sort of news delayed. But if it is, then it's meant to, because we've got the Sun card there. So, and that's about clarity, shining the light on something. But these three cards are very green, or you might receive some news, but it might not be what you wanted to hear. But once out in the open, then that's it. Something can start to flourish, and overall, oh wow, you've got the key to success here. So this card represents success, full stop. And you know, you can see, to me, the sun shining through there. That's like the sun coming through. But yeah, it means that you are going to be successful. So there might be some arguments, some quarrels, maybe about a trip, to do with the relationship. Either way, whether you're meeting somebody or you're in a relationship, it's the argument's about this trip and enough money, and going on this trip. But you are going to be successful because you've got that, and that's to do with these cards, because again, if you have a look, they're green. So news is coming, or it might be delayed, but then it would be delayed for a reason. But you are going to be successful at some point. So it might just be for, because this is November, and if you look at this card, this is like December coming in. So it might be that you know, find out in December or something. But let's get a few clarity cards out on this card. I think these cards here. So the whip and the bird. But yeah, that's like a quarrel, argument, concerns around money, or this trip. Yeah, it's all about juggling and balancing, and because this is like, do I have enough? So I don't know what it's to do with in that case, but you know, this is like work-life balance, or juggling Peter to pay Paul, or having to get a second job, a second income, and there's news coming around about that. Yeah, there you go, and there's the travel. The travel's come up. The Eight of Wands is very much about travel. It's usually about a flight. But this is showing a boat, a trip. So, but yeah, this is very much about, or messages going back and forth, to do with balance. It's about change. It's all about change. But maybe you need to, because this is about rest, a period of rest. So maybe you need, or if this has already happened, if the argument, because it sits in the past, has already happened, then you need to focus on the present. To get to the future that you want. But maybe you need to do some healing, meditating, resting, rejuvenation. Very much something to do with an argument. But let's see what the romance angels want to say. Most important message, please, for Libra for the month of November. Oh, honeymoon period. So, oh my goodness, is that a honeymoon? So that could be, you know, that could be a trip, couldn't it? A honeymoon, because this is a rock solid relationship. A honeymoon, or having enough money to go on this trip, because you've got the boat there. That's very much like Rome, isn't it? With the water, which is romantic, romance. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So it could be a holiday. These two cards definitely can mean a holiday, a short trip, but it's around water, because we've got the mountain around water, but it's saying, you know, if you're single, then it could be you meet somebody when you go on vacation, if you're single and you're worrying about this, you know, on a holiday. Or it could be that, you know, it's a honeymoon period of meeting somebody new, or it could be if you're in a relationship already, that you know, you need to have some time together, and get those good feelings back again, you know, because you want to get back to the honeymoon period. Like I said to this one chap I met, and he was having problems in his relationship. I said, the question you need to ask yourself is, did you have those feelings in the beginning? You know, did you have those feelings in the beginning? Were you in love in the beginning? And his answer was yes. I said, well, then you can get it back again. But you have to do the work. You've got to do the work. You've got to make time for each other. Whether that is a holiday, or whether you're actually going on a honeymoon because you've got married, you know, or whether you're getting to know somebody and it's that honeymoon period. And remember that, and the sun's coming through there, and this helps with this, and this news being delayed or something, and you meditating and resting, or going on this trip. This trip allows you to rest and have the honeymoon period, the time together, to get things you know, blissful for each other. It will work different ways for different people. But there you go. I do hope those messages help. And for Libra, for the month of November. And please like, share and subscribe and comment. It should give back to me. And there's a link below to my website to book a reading. Okay then, have a good month, and I'll see you back here in December. Lots of love.